Breaking news. Soundgarden gets inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Pretty cool. This happened last night. It's my birthday today. What a nice birthday present. In honor of Soundgarden, I've got my Seattle's Best coffee cup out because they are Seattle's best. And here is my framed up that I've got on the wall. My Screaming Life EP and my fully signed Super Unknown down there. So it's funny, first off, and we do shows on this when it happens, when we see the nominees, and then the inductions happen, and nobody talks about who got nominated but didn't get in, kind of thing, and it's even kind of scrubbed from the Rock Hall site. So I just want to mention that quickly first. So Bad Company got in, Black Crowes did not get in, Mariah Carey did not get in, Chubby Checker got in, Joe Cocker got in, no for Billy Idol, no for Joy Division New Order, yes for Cyndi Lauper, no for Mania, no for Oasis. Now, let me just see here. Yes for Outkast, no for Fish, yes for Soundgarden, of course, and yes for White Stripes. But the one I'm most happy about by far is the immense, the awesome, the Slide Rule heavy metal, the Men's a Mad heavy metal band, Soundgarden. The most creative of all the grunge bands, the most progressive of all the grunge bands. I mean, there's essentially something of a formula with Alice in Chains and Nirvana and Pearl Jam for that matter. But Soundgarden could do anything. I mean, they were absolutely in the spirit of this whole thing. I remember getting Screaming Life. I was living in Vancouver at the great Zulu Records. All this early grunge stuff was coming in. I just loved that EP. My favorite grunge documents, I keep saying this all the time. That was a super important one to me, but in my top three, I would not have a Soundgarden. In fact, I would have Green River Rehab Doll, Mudhoney Superfuzz Big Muff, the long EP, and then Nirvana Bleach. But I love Soundgarden as time went on. When it came to the later albums of all these bands, my favorites are all of Soundgarden. Just to sort of encapsulate the career a little bit. They were the earliest onto the scene, or one of the very earliest, or earliest making a real splash and codifying this music and showing you that they could be incredibly creative. There's blues in here, there's post-punk in here, there's heavy metal, there's punk rock. There's the immense Chris Cornell, who we've sadly lost, of course. But Ultra Mega OK comes out October 31st, 1988. So Halloween 88 on SST. And, Metallica were fans of these guys. They went to see them when they played in San Francisco and stuff. So they were somewhat influenced, I'd imagine. Louder Than Love comes out September 5th, 1989. So again, this is all pre, the big Nirvana album in 1991, right? So they're really establishing themselves with this stuff. Bad Motorfinger comes out October 8th, 1991. I remember Jesus Christ Pose and Outshine and all those great songs. Seeing that video. Jesus Christ Pose is just an incredibly, important, very cool, very smart, very just very hip kind of a heavy metal song. So that was great to see. And then Super Unknown, we're all the way up into March 8th, 1994. So Bad Motorfinger is the first album of theirs that is certified. It's certified to double platinum. Super Unknown, 6 times platinum. So they have an amazing record with this. And I think it's just a really cool album. It's got all sorts of variety on there. You've got the heavy stuff, the super progressive stuff, the oddball stuff, some great ballads. That's another thing about this band. I think some of their ballads are the coolest things they ever did. Black Hole Sun and Fell on Black Days. What was it called? Something like that. And the cool thing about Super Unknown also is that it is by some measures kind of the dirtiest, wildest, weirdest of the records so far. And this is for a band that could be very creative. So they were not really giving into commercial pressures at all. It's a long album as well. And Down on the Upside only certifies as platinum, but I just remember that was completely just I loved that it was kind of super unknown part 2, and I thought it was a really cool album as well. And then, you know, years and years later, just like the Alice in Chains situation, we get a reunion album with King Animal, and that's when I got to interview those guys. November 13th, 2012. You know, sadly, the last album we're gonna get out of those guys with Chris Cornell. You know, you never know what's gonna happen, but yeah, what a cool band. You know, your Ben Shepherd, your Matt Cameron, and your Kim Thale, right? Incredible band. Amazing sounds. Hero early on, right? Just never gave in to pressures to simplify or dumb down their sound. Just always very creative. So in the spirit of you know, in the spirit of upholding, you know, true art, true creativity, I think they're the flagship band, absolutely, of all these acts that are getting into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. So it's great to see them get in. Bad Company was the other one I was glad to see in the most here. But yeah, some omissions, and again, the funny thing with the Rock Hall is those omissions just fall by the wayside, and you never sort of hear from them. But yeah, very cool to see Soundgarden get into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. This has been a Contrarians breaking news, and let us know what you think of Soundgarden, your fondest memories of those guys. And we've got a Patreon. We've got what do we got? We got Patreon. We've got Ko-Fi. The Patreon allows you to get onto our panels, of course. But yeah, like and subscribe, all that good stuff. MartinPopoff.com for my rock books. I got about 100 books in print of the 130 I've done. Those are available. PayPal buttons. I sign them, send them out from the office here. I've got an audio podcast as well, History in 5 Songs with Martin Popoff. But yeah, go celebrate Seattle's best and play some Soundgarden today.